Hello, my name is Anais Gonzalez, and I'm actually doing a reenactment of Longitudinal Installation's Ritual and Exposition. I've actually done this in front of Lakeview North at Florida International University, and pretty much we had a guest speaker, Xavier Cortado, come into my class, Artistic Expression, IDS 3336, and he explained to us about his documentary about adventuring to South Pole and North Pole, and pretty much experimenting, putting 24 shoes in a circle along the longitudinal and latitudinal lines, degrees, and having a quote from different places that would pass through these lines and talk about their climate change and how much it's impacted their lives as a civilian there and their surroundings, and how much the climate has really changed for them. So I had to pretty much reenact this, and unfortunately, because of the weather, I didn't get as many people as expected to show up, but I did get a good over 12 people. So what I had them do was take off both of their shoes and, in an essence, be in two places at one time. So two of their shoes were miscellaneously placed throughout the circle, and I had well over 24 shoes, so we were good. But I did have those 12 people do half and half. So pretty much they recite, what was said in that certain location, and it's pretty much a ritualistic or spiritual, analogy of where they're standing right now is what's going on in the climate. Degrees Spain.
0 degrees Spain. There may be a move of wineries into the Pyrenees in the future. Xavier Sort, Technical Director of Miguel Torres Wineries.
15 degrees Switzerland. Losses to insurers from environmental events have risen exponentially over the past 30 years and are expected to rise even more rapidly still. Pamela Heck, insurance industry expert.
30 degrees east, Zimbabwe. We used to be able to grow everything you want, but that has all changed. Matsapi Niati, grandma.
45 degrees east, Turkey. We are helpless. We're trying to rescue trapped people while also trying to evacuate floodwaters that have inundated hundreds of houses. Mohammed Ergo, Mayor, Beykoz, District of Istanbul.
60 degrees east. More than 90% of our wetlands have completely dried up. Alamdari, environmental researcher, Fars Province.
75 degrees east, Maldives. In the worst case scenario, we'll have to move. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ahmed Shahid.
90 degrees east, Tibet, China. The Sherpas of Khumbu may not know everything, but they are suffering the consequences of the people's greed. We mountain people should be careful and take precautions. If we don't save Khumbu today, our fresh water will dry up and the problem will be impossible to solve in the future. Ngwan Tenzing Jangpo, the abbot of Tembak Monastery.
105 degrees east, Borneo, Indonesia. There's been no rain, it's horrible. The governor's office has instructed schools and offices to close until further notice. Hidayat, government official.
120 degrees east, Philippines. The disaster covered almost every corner of this province. Rampaging floods, falling trees, and damaged houses. It happened very rapidly, and many people did not expect this because they haven't experienced mud flows in those areas before. Fernando Gonzalez, Governor of Albay Province.
135 degrees east, Japan. It's no exaggeration to say that the Japan faces a critical situation when describing the rapid decline of marine supply in its domestic waters that is linked to seaweed loss. Seaweed provides food for marine species. Tomihiro Takushi, head of the fisheries department at the Hiroshima municipality.
150 degrees east, Great Barrier Reef, Australia. In 20 years' time, bleaching is highly likely to be annual, and that will cause shallow water corals to be in decline. We need to start working out how we can help people who rely on it for their income. It's really quite a stunning fact. Ove Holt Goldberg, Director of the Center for Marine Studies of the University of Queensland.
165 degrees east, Micronesia. We have nowhere to go. Ben Namakin, environmental educator.
180 degrees, Tuvalu. Tuvalu is the first victim of global warming.
Go.
165 degrees west, Niue. Yesterday morning we woke up to a scene of such devastation.
It was just unbelievable. Cyclone Hedda was just so fast and furious and ruthless. Celia Tagli, Government Secretary.
150 degrees west, Alaska, USA. We are at a crossroads. Is it practical to stand and fight our Mother Ocean, or do we surrender and move? Shishmaref Mayor Edith Border Straps.
135 degrees west, Yukon, Canada. The weather is really unpredictable, and the ice freezes much later and breaks up earlier. There are more incidents of hunters falling through the ice. Kikshapa, Hunter, Grise Fjord, Canada.
120 degrees west, Nunavut, Canada. Our cultural heritage is at stake here. We are an adaptable people. We have over the millennium been able to adapt to incredible circumstances, but I think adaptability has its limits. If the ice is not forming, how else does one adapt to the seasons that are not as they used to be, when the whole environment is changing underneath our feet, literally? Sheila Watt Cloutier, President of the Circumpolar Conference.
105 degrees west, Colorado, USA. In Colorado, climate change means less snow, less water, more wildfires, less biodiversity, and less economic opportunity, as there is less water available for development. Stephen Sanders, President, Rocky Mountain Climate Organization.
90 degrees west, Nicaragua. I close my eyes and I pray to God. Mariana Gonzalez, Hurricane Mitch survivor.
75 degrees west, Peru. I tell my wife the day that mountain loses its snow, we will have to move out of the valley. Jose Ignacio Lambarri, farmer from Urubamba Valley.
60 degrees west, Argentina. The flooding has forced us to redesign routes. We thought it would be for a short period of time, but it has been almost 6 years. Carlos Avellaneda, manager of a trucking company.
45 degrees west, Brazil. I am frightened. One thing goes wrong and the entire system follows. Jair Suto, Mayor of Manikiri.
30 degrees west, Greenland. They tell us that we must not eat matak, whale blubber, but this is all we know. Eating Inuit food makes us who we are, and anyway, we have nothing else to eat. Tamekwe, Tanaquanak.
Go for it.
15 West, Mauritania. We are only eating one meal a day. When there is not enough food, it is the young and the old that get fed first. Fatimu Mint El Tau Puchamo.
And also, we had to do a 25th quote, and it was about the Miami weather, or the Miami climate, and that's where I was born and raised, so you would think that I knew the changes of the climate, and I guess in a sense, when I was younger, I didn't really realize all the changes happening, but in the past couple of years, you know, I acknowledge it as I'm getting older, and Miami is by far one of the most, I would say, bipolar or unexpected weather changes in all of where I've been. I mean, they will say it's sunny one day and come out the next day it's, I mean, you know, in 2 hours it's not. Like today it was actually sunny, and we were going to do it all in the grass area and have the beautiful scenery of, you know, our campus, but in fact it started raining, and because it started raining, I also missed out on having another extra 12 people in my group, but we found shelter and did it there. But, you know, in 2 hours later, it was sunny again, and it was really unexpected. You know, there was no forecast of rain at all today, so we have that issue. And then also, we don't really have the seasons here. We don't see snow ever, so I've never seen snow personally, so that should be an experience one day. So, in that essence, I'm sure crop rotations aren't good, and in that fact, but yeah, that's pretty much it, and I enjoy the weather, so it's okay, but the climate is a little bipolar, and we do have natural causes that come by and, you know, give us a run for our money, like our hurricanes. That's pretty much all we do get, and I mean, we haven't had a major one in a couple of years, but needless to say, we have hurricane season, so it's not something to be fond over, and it has really done some damages throughout my life. So that's probably the worst case scenario for us. Absolutely, 100%. Well, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, I hope it passes. Bye.